What's up guys, Nick Rich back again with another video. Continuing on the series I was doing before, discussing the different aspects and positions regarding hospitality. So I already discussed hosting and food runner, and this one I figured I'll talk about waitering, or waiting for some people. So obviously I would assume you know the basics of being a waiter. Obviously, you come to the table, you greet your customers. Hello, my name is XYZ. I'll be your waiter today. If you're a good waiter, normally you start off with drinks, or if they want water, depending on the venue, you'd either do tap water or bottled water. Obviously, you prefer for the customer to buy bottled water because tap water is free. So normally still sparkling water. Can I interest you in a bottle of that? Shortly after, depending on why is there a bee flying around me? Depending on the time of day, can I get you a coffee, tea, juice? Can I get you a beer, cider? Would you like some cocktails? So basically you want to make sure you get the drinks out of the way. So obviously food can be time consuming, so you want to make sure that they've got their drinks so they can be drinking while they're waiting for the food. Or if it's just a barista place or a cocktail bar, you can just go straight to drinks and then just be there to offer them more rounds. The position itself is pretty straightforward. You just need to make sure you have got good customer service skills and you're just aware and alert. Make sure you're on point. Don't keep people waiting, because then you're going to get a complaint if people feel like they've been waiting too long, if they can see you standing around on your phone talking too much or just not being helpful whatsoever. You do want to make sure you're not being the annoying waiter. When I say annoying waiter, that they've literally sat down, barely taken their jacket off, and you're already asking them if they want to order or something. That's always annoying. Don't ever do that. That's annoying. Be patient, give time. That's where you want to make sure that you are quite an observant person as well, so you can kind of see that they've already had a decent grasp of the menu. They've sat down, took their stuff off, they looked at the menu. Things can vary from place to place, but in some cases you would obviously make sure your table is set up, both with menus, cutlery, whether you add sauces beforehand or afterhand, whether that's coming in the actual bottles, like a bottle of ketchup, or if you just put them in like a ramekin, which normally that would probably be after. You then, depending on the venue, if you have someone that's going to be running your drinks or not, you'd want to make sure they've got their drinks within a certain period of time. From then, that point onwards, after their drinks have arrived on the table, maybe give it 1 or 2 more minutes, then you go over, hello guys, are you ready for your food? Would you like to start with some starters? Again, if the venue offers starters. If not, you just go straight to mains, or in general, what would you like to order? If they got starters, order their starters. You can ask them if they want to also order their mains as well, if they're ready. If not, you would then come back. After they've got their mains, obviously you want to make sure they've got their desserts. So the only thing when it comes to like a 3-course meal, starters, mains and desserts, you just want to make sure that it's pretty much up to you to make sure that everything arrives on the table. They've got their starters, good. If their mains is ready, you want to make sure you've cleared the table. Very, very important. Don't have their mains coming and they still got dirty plates on the table. Make sure they've got a fresh set of cutlery. Same thing goes for desserts. Some places as well, you might want to, after desserts, you might want to offer them like a coffee, like I know, like for like Italians maybe they want like an espresso. Some people might want tea, more drinks at the end in general. So just keep in mind with that. I would say I might discuss tips in a separate video, but I would say to make or break, good service, good tips, good feedback, all of that. It really, really helps if you've got personality. Like if you're a very generic waiter, hello guys, are you ready to order? What can I get for you? Like there's no hello, there's no hi, there's no interacting with their kids or their pets. You can ask questions, be very chill, like if they look foreign, like, hey, where are you guys from? Or if you're an accent, hey, are you Spanish? Are you Italian? All that type of stuff. me, like waitering was very, very easy for me, just personality wise. Like I was the type of waiter that would come literally and sit down with you. Like I would sit down right next to you and have a small brief chat before I actually took your order. So many of like the good things for me was very easy in terms of if we had competitions for upselling, I would get those. Other tips were very easy for me to make as well. Feedback was very easy for me. And I'll say the key thing for that, like I said, is just pretty much just having a personality. Like it's waitering is a very, you can look at it many different ways how you view waitering, but waitering can be a good job, bad job, easy job, fun job. And that's pretty much any job, to be fair. It's just as long as you make it like that. I would say the hardest thing with waitering is, again, all these points I make is normally more so on a busy establishment. The hardest thing for waitering could be on a busy day, and not just a busy day, but if you have a lot of tables, sometimes that can be a bit hectic because you might have just had one table, oh, now you've got two more tables. You need to take drinks orders for one of those new tables, but the previous table, they're waiting for their mains, so you need to go clean that table. And within the space of this happening, you've now got two more tables. So it can be a very overwhelming job at times. But that's why like time management is a very, very big thing, I would say personally. Just literally being able to handle your time effectively. Again, if you're chatty, like I can be sometimes when I was working these types of jobs, you just need to be able to kind of know when to cut. All in all, to be honest, for me, like I've done all the aspects of hospitality, including the ones I've already done videos of, hosting, food running. I've been a waiter. It's a job at the end of the day. For me, it was a good job just because it paid for a bulk of my traveling, to be completely honest with you. Like the year of 2019, I did like 7 trips, including Peru, Bolivia, Chile, Poland, New York, and Sweden. And a good chunk of that, of my tips and competitions I used to win and the venue I was working at, helped to pay for a lot of those, to be honest with you. Or in some way, shape or form, whether it was paying for the ticket or the tips. Again, hospitality is easy to just work more hours if you want as well. Like, you know, you've got something planned up, so you just ask for more hours if that's available. So for me, it was, at that time in my life, it was a great job. Shifts were flexible, whether you're doing morning, evening, whatever the situation is. Like, it can be a very, very flexible job as opposed to your standard 9 to 5 type of job where your schedule is 9 to 5. So all in all, for me, waitering, it was a good job. It was a good job. It was a fine job. Did what I needed to do at that point in my life, and made some money, made some good relationships, some good friendships. Did what it did for me, and then I moved on. No, I didn't move on. COVID came, and then redundancy came, and we all know what happened during that time frame. So yeah, thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. In the next one, I will be covering one of my favorites, bartending. Specifically, I love cocktail making. Depending how I view how long the video will be, I'll either just make it one video covering cocktails and bartending as in cocktails, beers, juices, drinks, mocktails. And I might do barista separately, as I feel like that can be 2 separate videos, to be honest, just because they kind of both entail different types of aspects of making drinks. So all in all, thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to go check out the channel, watch my previous ones. Like, comment, rate, subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Peace.